So Star Ocean, that name I haven't heard of in years. Yeah, yeah. It's a shame. Star Ocean's a very good series. Should not sleep on Star Ocean. Ah, Star Ocean 30. I'm in agreement with my roommates. Like, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's right there. But nah, that would take work and a willingness to take a chance, which companies are more and more reluctant to do nowadays. Let's see. Five, I'm pretty sure was after two, but one is just weird because it takes place all over the time. That's why I said one was weird. That's literally why I'm like, where do you really put Star Ocean 1? Like, considering some of the aspects of it, it's strange. You started three. Say, Star Ocean 3, the game where it's over $100 price. Saved me from that twist. Star Ocean 3 was a PS2 game going for 100 plus when Final Fantasies were 80. Ugh. Mm, yeah. Although I think for Hyverius here, I think it's more of a region-based thing. It might have something to do with the way the release was handled there. Um, because I think I heard something similar. Yeah, yeah. Star Ocean 2 was 70 or 80 when it came out in the States. Yeah, that's about right. See, your ex and you were playing that and you never finished it. Guess you dodged a bullet. Star Ocean 3 is not a bad game, right? But the twist in Star Ocean 3 is something that has like several people's panties in a knot, right? And like I don't understand because the twist doesn't recontextualize the importance of the journeys that your characters have gone on. So like taking that time to, get angry over that is weird to me. But that's just me. Anyway, give me just a second here. I'm just gonna make a quick adjustment. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, a lot of people got really, really hung up over Star Ocean Three's twist. They got super hung up over it. People had their feelings hurt. Let's see. The PS3 era is when Australian game prices hit $120. The justification was that the Aussie dollar was getting 50 USD. Then the GFC happened and the Australian dollar was getting 1 US dollar, but they decided we still had to spend 120 for our games. Yeah, yeah. So, short story, it's a region based thing. 50C USD. Yeah, that is annoying. See, Star Ocean 3 also had a crap ton of content. It did, but that's Star Ocean in general, right? Um, the thing is, when they released the when they released Star Ocean 3 in other regions outside of Japan, they actually did us a favor. because we ended up getting what is equivalent to their director's cut for Star Ocean 3. And from there, it was just like, well, we got a lot of stuff that Japan didn't actually get initially. So it actually had to get re-released over there. So that was a fix. Let's see. You enjoyed what you played of it. Too bad we're pretty much game hopping and never finished it, and a bunch of other games. Let's see. Star Ocean 3's twist sounds honestly like a twist that could get us to reevaluate the medium and its importance. I mean, it could, right? Like, I don't know how you feel about spoilers, but I mean, feel free to look it up, right? Not going to talk about that directly in case somebody decides they want to go through the game. But, like, it's something that shifts the context of the games in a meta sense, but it doesn't change the journeys and whatnot that characters have gone on. None of that changes. So I'm just kind of like, well, you're still going through these stories with these characters. That's not changing. Your journeys have not changed. Your experiences have not changed. So why are you upset about this? I don't get it. A guide that was the size of a Bible. You know, the guide for Star Ocean 3 was pretty big. Pretty sizable. I used to have that thing, and then it got destroyed. That made me sad. I still have the guide to Final Fantasy VIII somewhere, which is almost as big. You want to be snarky about it, but that could potentially be too revealing, even without outright saying what the twist is. Yeah? Yeah. People are gonna be people, though. They will find reason to be upset. Yeah. I like Star Ocean 3, though. Like, up until 4 happened, Star Ocean 3 was my favorite game in the series. And it still has my favorite character in the whole series. With Maria Trador. She was cool. She was super cool. Although Star Ocean 4 and 5 do have characters that kind of challenge Maria for that spot for me. For 4, it's Raimi. Raimi Sayonji. Raimi's really cool. Yes, the crit machine. Exactly what my roommate said. She is the crit machine extraordinaire. Like, as a character, I liked her, like, a lot. You know, she could get serious when she needed to be. Didn't have a problem showing her vulnerable side. It was cool. It was really cool. And then in 5, as much as 5 did incorrectly, we got Anne out of 5. Anne was really cool. She was a very cool character. She was fun to use. She was good as a character. And it's just like, why are you stuck in Star Ocean 5? Why are you stuck in Star Ocean 5? This just makes me sad. Let's see. I think people probably weren't primed for games to get metaphysical about things like that at that point in time. MGS2 was, quote, the worst MGS, until people started reevaluating it and what it was trying to say, for example. See, MGS2 is a weird one, right? Because Konami really did do something that kind of flipped a middle finger to people who were fans of the original Metal Gear Solid with the advertising. The advertising in the US for Metal Gear Solid 2 had nothing but Solid Snake in all of its material. There was literally a single shot of Raiden in the end of the commercial, and it was shown in a way that didn't imply that Raiden was going to be a main character, that he's even going to be playable. There was nothing in that commercial that like set that up as a premise. They even showed Snake in areas of the game that he at the time was literally not playable in. So people got this, you know, they got misled into thinking they were coming into a game that was all about another adventure for Solid Snake. And then they bought it, and it's like, oh, we get 1 hour of Solid Snake gameplay. And then the rest is, yeah, exactly. They shook us. We get Raiden for the rest of the game. So, you know, in that sense, you can 100% understand where a lot of the backlash came from with the way that they executed that. And then on top of that, all of what they did with MGS2 in order to create a level of context that says we're basically recreating Metal Gear Solid 1 for people who didn't get to experience that. That's essentially what they were shooting for, and even on just a meta level, that was what they really pushed. And they wanted to do it in a way that presented a character that didn't know what he was getting into, which is why Raiden was the way that he was. So that they could try to kind of recreate the same sort of feeling of unfamiliarity that people got when they initially were using like Solid Snake and going through his story. And it's like, I understand what you were going through, but you could have done exactly this by making a new story and making Raiden the main character. It would have created the same thing. Let's see, is Star Ocean 5 worth picking up if you can find it cheap? If you can find Star Ocean 5 cheap, and you're a fan of the Star Ocean series, yes. But I would recommend definitely finding it cheap, like on some sort of sale. No, like, do not buy it if it's not on sale. Don't do that at all. That'd be a terrible idea. See, Konami did a funny games textually slash thematically in a psycho advertising wise with MGS2. Yeah, pretty much. Yep, was gonna say the advertising was 100% in line with the meaning of the game. MGS2 got kind of a bit too meta about things for it to ever be a satisfying game on a first play. How's it going, Astro? You kind of made it. We're done with DMC3. we're done with DMC3. You missed the game. We've been going at it for 6 hours, and again, I appreciate everybody who tuned in. It has been chilling, hanging out. Appreciate that a lot. Going at it for 6 hours. Whole game's over with. Just at the moment, just hanging out and chilling, talking about MGS2 and the Star Ocean series currently. Yeah. Yeah, MGS2. About MGS2 getting meta, right? A lot of it I'm a fan of. A lot of what MGS2 was trying to do in a meta sense, I'm a fan of. But they got far too wordy, far too verbose. Damn it, I forgot you speed run things. This wasn't even a speed run. I just wanted to go on through the game. I didn't go for any secret missions or anything. I was just like, no, we're just gonna go. Let's see, MGS2 was there to be an unsatisfying copy of MGS for that whole 45-minute lecture to work at the end. Which is weird because they did so much with MGS2 that actually makes it really cool regardless of that. There's so much that they did that pushes what the PS2 was capable of, even though it was like a pretty early title in the system's life. From all the like general weather effects and like environmental effects to you being able to have all kinds of environmental interactions, the ways that you can mess with guards, and just there's a lot. There's a lot about MGS2 that's still really impressive when you stop and think about it. It's craziness. Yeah, the ice is a programming thing. That's actually nutty. That they created ice that actually melts in real time. Who found that out? Who took the time to sit there and wait? Who was the first one to do that? It's like, I wonder if this ice will actually melt. I don't understand, but they did it. Yeah, the design of MGS2 as a game was very smart. It definitely, there's still things about it that, like, how can I put it? There's still bugs, obviously. There's still things that you can exploit and just ways you can break the game that you probably wouldn't even think about until you like saw a speed run or something, right? The big shell and bisexual vampires, right? Yeah. Is MGS2 the one where you can beat the sniper boss by letting him die of old age? Nah, that is 3. MGS3 with The End. Here's amazing, the famous purple stuffed worm at Flapjaw's face. With the tuning fork, does a raw blink on Harry Carey rock. That's how he said it, Harry Carey. I need scissors, 61. Games have a really hard time with getting meta, especially if they're being sold as popular entertainment. The movie, you have a 90 to 120 minute commitment, and then you're done. With big budget games, you're in for a larger time investment, and if you're not clever about things, you're going to break some kind of contract the game had with your players. And Drats. Yeah, I'm sorry, Astro. Sorry you missed out on that. The next one is 4, and I am much more comfortable in my shoes and skin with Devil May Cry 4 and 5 than I am with 3. At least whenever I'm using Nero. So, that'll be something. You can tune in for that. That'll be a thing. Let's see, but MGS was always very upfront about how meta it was going to be. It was, and that's part of why I appreciate it, right? Because they wore that on their sleeve. They didn't shy away. Okay, here, because I like 4 a lot, so I will be here. Yep, we're doing 4 tomorrow. Tomorrow is the aim. Yeah, MGS is definitely very upfront about its meta stuff, for sure. Um, One thing I will say is the further you get into the series, the more and more and more it shows that Kojima really did want to work on like movies and stuff. He wanted to create a cinematic experience. And for that reason, right, you ended up getting cutscenes that were longer and longer and much more of a visual presentation in a number of ways. Actually, kind of crazy. Hey, you will be here just like this, but earlier. Alright, cool. What's my favorite Metal Gear? I'm tied between 2 and 3, personally. That's where I'm at. I like 2 a lot. But there's a lot to like about 3. There's a lot to like about 3. Between the two, I would say 2 is probably just my favorite, period. But I played 2 a lot. Like, a lot. MGS3, still very, very good. Hey, and we got young Ocelot out of that too. So that was just awesome. Young Ocelot and the boss. The boss was great. My only thing about the boss is that every single time she ran into Naked Snake, he would dismantle his gun. Maybe break a bone. That's a maybe. But every time she dismantled his gun, I would be completely heated. Like, you have to stop this. I need that. MGS2 is made of it in the sense where it stops you, the player, and talks to you about how you're an easy mark for playing video games because culture is a tool for control. It does exactly that. See, that was Kojima's thing from the start. They left it off for a while because they wanted the tech to catch up. 2 is very good. 3 is very good in a different way. Let's see, every time she came in and emasculated him through dismantling his gun. Yeah, every single time she kept on pulling his gun apart. There was even one cutscene where he went to aim the gun, he took it apart, and like she hit him to disorient him, and then he aimed what was left of the gun. I'm like, wait, when did you have the time? Like, apparently she's just that good. Like, I don't get it. Ah, the easiness. The last battle with her was sad. Yeah. It's even sadder still that they make you like you have to be the one to pull the trigger to take her down. It's like once you understand the context of everything, and then that last battle happens, and you have to do what you have to do. It's kind of rough, right? Let's see. It's very funny because Snake and Ocelot are 2 young men very focused on their guns, and then this amazing woman comes in and just humiliates them through a very symbolic action. Yeah, no. Yeah. So you're overcompensating, focusing so much on this and this and this, when it should be about what you are, what you will become. Also, don't forget she has the biggest and best gun. Ah, the Patriot. The boss was cool. Yeah. It kind of sucks that things had to turn out the way that they did with her. Yeah. But if there's one thing that I'll give Kojima, it's that he knows when to let certain characters go by the wayside. I'll give him that. The only one that's debatable with is Liquid Snake, because Liquid already was ridiculous initially. It took a virus to actually kill him. He got shot, exploded, knocked off of a Metal Gear, blown up inside of a Hind D. There was a lot that happened to Liquid, and he didn't even so much as like lose patches of skin. It took Fox Die to take him out. The lovely thing about Kojima Games is he is just 100% id, and now no one can stop him. The terrible thing about Kojima Games is that he is just 100% id, and now no one can stop him. It's the same. He's all for going for whatever he wants. Yeah, you give him that, but it's like you have to have checks and balances here. Death Stranding. I have heard horror stories about that game. I have legitimately heard horror stories about that game. Let's see. You wish he would expand his visual storytelling language. Please, Kojima. Tripods exist. Actual movies use them. Death Stranding is a masterfully designed game. It's just fucking weird and boring. Pizza Delivery Simulator 2020. Oof. That's crazy. Like, he got every famous person he knows to be in the game as NPCs. Movies by the directors, you got to guest in your USPS game. Use locked off shot. So much monster. I haven't seen that game. A lot. Like, a lot. Like, I didn't feel like I had any reason to look into it, so like I have no idea. Roommate says there's a lot of monster energy in that game. Guillermo del Toro worked on the game with him. Huh. Okay. Well, learn something new every day. Del Toro just gave over his likeness, didn't really do much more work on the game. He was burnt by Insane and Silent Hills. See, there's a lot of monster energy. It's an actual item that Norman Reedus drinks. Oh. Oh, so there's no exaggeration here. Alright then. Okay, yeah, good to know, I guess. That is nutty. Alright, so let's see here. A literal stat buffing item. Also, you get poop and blood grenades. He could have said, Hideo saying, please add more gameplay. Yeah, he could have. He definitely could have. Alright, so. Been going at this for like 6 hours, right? 6+ hours. And at some point, I need to get food in my system. So I think we're going to cut things here, but not before we set up a raid. And I see that Code is streaming. Code channel. So we're going to set up a raid towards Code. Let's see, so the thing is, Death Stranding is best when you're just walking around and vibing. Adding more gameplay wouldn't fix the issues with the game. The issues with the game are, quote, everything else that isn't the walking simulator. So when you're not playing the game has problems. That about sum it up? The game is great to watch. But fucking boring to play. Ooh. That's always an issue. It's an interactive movie. Yeah, which is, it seems to be the thing Kojima's going for. So let's set up this raid for Code. Click. Click.
Good?
Yep, setting up a raid. Yep. Alright, so thanks to everybody who tuned in, hung out. Again, we'll be doing Devil May Cry 4 tomorrow. That is the aim. Yeah, no problem. You know, hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Interesting going through that game again. As usual, I'll throw the VOD on the Mind Over Mix-Up channel, and word will go out when I start Devil May Cry 4 tomorrow. But in the meantime, everybody have a good night and enjoy Code's stream. She's cool, peoples. If you don't know her,